the one of the things I always felt like was a compliment, but they didn't really intend it to be, is like my real name's Nate Butcher, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people just know me as Nate Butcher. And so if I was out at a show or something like that, and someone would be like, "Yo, what up, Imperative?" Like not wearing the hat or anything, like they just know, and they call me by my producer name. Like things are changing now, and now people are like, "Yo, what up, Imperative?" But back then, just to walk into a show and they actually refer to you as that, because that's what that's your brand, you know what I mean? And so for someone to actually, like, rather than be like, "Yo, what up, Nate?" It's like, without knowing it, calling you by your government name in that setting is like undercutting, you know, in a sense.
Shout out to my friend Larry Adams. Back in the day, him and another friend were shooting a video for me,
Yeah.
And I had this guy to come in and do a little acting part. And I never met this guy before, but like I introduced myself and I just said my regular Glenn Edwards is my regular name, and my buddy like looked at me. He's like, "What the fuck did you just say?" And I was like, "What?" I was thrown off, and he's like, "Yo, you're fucking Eddie G. Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't introduce yourself as fucking like especially as your music video. Like, you're introducing yourself as like." I was like, okay. And from then on, I was like, yo. When I introduce myself, I'm like, I'm Eddie G.
Yeah, no, and you know what? It's I just had a conversation with Alex Kushma, Breaking Records as well, the other day, and we're kind of talking about the same thing. So it's funny how like the things kind of intertwine like that. But I was saying like it stuck with me all these years ago was like I was working in a skateboard shop, and the owner of the skateboard shop was a lot older. Like I was a young like teenager at this point, so looking up to the owner of the skateboard shop, like he was like, "Yo, this guy's really like cool," and he had his friend come in, and his friend just started seeing a life coach. And I think he was going through to be a comedian. And he was telling my boss how the life coach told him that, like, he was like, "Okay, well, like, introduce yourself." He's like, "Hi, I'm Joe Smith," right? And then he's like, "No, like, he's like, and I'm Joe Smith and I do this." And it's like, "No, you gotta be like, I'm Joe Smith, I'm a comedian." So I took that to heart. And so when it came to music, it was no longer like, "Yo, I'm Nate Butcher, I work at, you know, whatever job I'm doing." It's like, I'm Imperative, I am a music producer. And it's just that, you know, it's how you present yourself. And if that's how you feel and present yourself, then other people are going to view that as well. It's perspective. So